It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter, the turkey Scott Kelly.
How are you?
I'm all right.
We were having our own conversations like, oh, wait, we're going live.
Yeah. You know that they always talk about the train of thought?
Yeah.
We just had a train wreck.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was a train wreck. That wasn't a train of thought.
Yeah, because we just lost our train of thought because it just went over the cliff.
We were right in where we needed the good part of the conversation. It's like, oh, wait, we're going live.
All of a sudden, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I started at 3.
How's Scooter?
Didn't have 5 and 4. I'm good. I'm alive.
Have you rested up any from your wild week?
No.
No?
Well, I'll rest maybe sometime over the weekend. It's hunting season, so I got to go do some hunting too. So
Sunday?
Probably.
Because you're not going to get back.
My son's going out Saturday.
You're not going to get back from the ball game till Sunday.
Yeah.
Saturday afternoon.
Yep. Yeah, I'll probably go Sunday. My son's, like I said, he's going out Saturday morning. He's going to run out to the farm.
Him and Papa are going to go, or is Papa just going to be there to clean whatever he gets back?
I'll probably just clean whatever he gets back. Austin usually does a pretty good job, though. He'll get in there and get him filled dressed and clean them up and stuff. Yeah. So.
The Lions Club auction ended last night, and I believe it was a success as always, and I'm sure they would like to thank the bidding public out there. I know Bob Zdora and I spent Wednesday night a couple hours here doing some auctioneering, and I know it's a huge portion of their fundraising that they do for the community. Portion. And all that money sticks right here in Baxter County and around the surrounding area. And I know the Lions Club would also like to thank everyone that donated items to be auctioned off and everyone that placed bids to get them sold. And thank you, and I'm sure they will see you again next year.
It was a lot of fun. I know they had record items, which means they had a sale, which, again, is a benefit to them and helping their program and everything. So.
It's a good program. It's something that helps the community, and they've gone off. They're doing more than just sight care.
Yes,
they're doing some hearing things. I heard them speaking last night about a diabetes dog.
Yep,
that helped. The young man is supposed to get it sometime in the next month or two. They helped fund that for that young man, and so it's something that the community can depend on. They've been doing it for 70 years. They're working for, I guarantee you, Glenn Preby this morning will start working on the 71st annual Lions Club.
Oh, I'm sure. There's no doubt. They're already got notes and everything and starting to plan out.
It doesn't take time, a whole lot of time for them to get started back up. But again, we want to thank the viewing public for participating in that, and we want to thank the Lions Club for doing that for our community. And now let's go give thanks for the rest of what we've got.
There you go.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, 29 locations to serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's how they do business. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff all across the state are there to help you in your time of need and time of sorrow. They'll be glad to help you in any way they can. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just thank you for who you are and what you mean to us in our lives. Lord, this morning we just pray that you will give us the wisdom to deal with things that we can deal with and give up to you the things that we cannot. Lord, your book says that you'll never give us more than we can handle, and you'll trust us to deal with things that are given to us. And Lord, we just pray that your abundance continues to flow in our lives and that you are there to keep us safe. Lord, we just pray for safe travels as the broadcast team goes on to Marion this afternoon. And Lord, we just pray that you'll be with those that are staying behind. Lord, as always, we just want to pray for our leadership across the nation, across the state, across our county, and across our city. And Lord, we want to pray for our students and the faculty throughout our school district. And Lord, we just thank you for what you do for us in our lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North, just past Hospital Drive. Look to your right for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen in your life. Take a right-hand turn. That's their driveway. Go talk to them about a burial plot, pre-planning, and all those good things that have to happen. I mean, it just does.
Yep.
Just one of those things. Roller Funeral Home. And now we're going to have a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home. Retiredtoarkansas.net is their website. Their phone number is 870-405-0793. Be back in just a moment.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z Team.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This segment is the weather and all the dam generation report. It's brought to you each and every morning by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, LeMac Realty, 870-405-0793. Man, it's been a long night, Scooter.
It has.
Yes. Yeah. Retiredtoarkansas.net.
Been a long week.
If you'll click on live views, this is what you're going to see. A beautiful shot of the White River. Mm-hmm. That's from Marion County back into Baxter County. It's the baseball field, the Railroad Museum, Contractor Trust over there on your right-hand side. The Rainbow Bridge is off to your left at about 9 o'clock. The old Witch's Hat Water Tower is at about 1 o'clock. Way, way off, just as the clouds break into the lighter color, that's the state of Missouri. Mountain Home is off to your right at about 2 o'clock. And Bull Shoals will be off to your left just about 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Some good shots right there, and let's see if we've got another one. Absolutely, the Rainbow Bridge with the water running under it. That's the
That's a nice shot.
the boat launch there. That is just a great shot.
You see the train in the background going across
There
the
is
bridge?
a train in the background. People wonder, is that train track still used? Well, there you go. That train track is still used. The water seems to be down a little bit. It's not moving very rapidly. I bet it's good fishing right now with the temperature changing like it is.
Oh, yeah. And the water being down like that, that'd be good fishing.
You know, I've not spent a lot of time fishing on that river, but I would bet money that right now you could be in the middle of that stream and see the bottom of that.
You could, and I will tell you, if you're a boat operator, you better have some experience in that area that you're in because it's going to be easy to hit something.
Yeah, those are just beautiful shots. Those are brought to you each morning, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go onto the retiredtoarkansas.net website, and you can click on live views, and this is what you'll get to see. There's 15, 16 different views there that you can see. If you like one of those, you can still click them and make them a screensaver, can't you?
Yep.
And make those a screensaver. Go check out the MLS listings anywhere from northern Arkansas to southern Missouri. The Z Team has agents licensed in both states, and they'd be glad to help you any way they can. There's an old baseball field. Look at the color of that grass. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you what color that is, but I know it's not dead.
No, it's green. It's green.
Let's check out some weather. Hold on. Let's make it happen here. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. Temperatures. Mountain Home, 47 with a light rain. Harrison, cloudy, 44. Batesville, 49. Yellville, 48. Marshall, 54. Salem, 48. Mountain View, 54. Calico Rock, 47. West Plains, Missouri, 48. Springfield, Missouri, 39. Poplar Bluff, Missouri, 53. St. Louis, Missouri, 45. And look at the radar. We'll zoom out so we can see where all them clouds is coming from and where they're going. You know what excites me about this radar right here, Scooter?
What's that?
See this right here where my mouse is?
Yep.
That's already gone through here.
Yeah, it's out of here.
We don't have to deal with that tonight.
Was it raining when you came in?
It was.
Okay.
Not hard, just very, very light rain.
When I first got here, it came down for a short amount of time, pretty heavy, just for a second, and then went right back to light.
We'll zoom back into the state of Arkansas. Looks like over in Rogers, Fayetteville area, Fort Smith are getting some pretty heavy rain at the moment. Going to have some kind of pass through there all morning. Mountain Home's probably going to get some light rain from now until about noon, and that should pass on through here and then clear up until this evening, and then we're going to get some stuff this evening. Humbug. And this is probably all coming from this tropical storm Nicole. From the outskirts of that, I would bet there's a little bit has something to do with that. But it's moved inland. It's across the state of Florida. It's hitting Panama City now, pretty heavy. Valdosta, Tallahassee. Nothing that's going to affect us here much. Freeze warning. Probably half of Oklahoma, a good section of Texas. What is the one underneath that, Scooter? What is that? Right there? Hard freeze?
Hard freeze.
Hard freeze in New Mexico, where you don't normally expect to see a hard freeze. Arkansas is clear of all that hard freeze stuff at the moment. Our 7-day forecast looks like this. Chance of rain, then partly sunny. High today of 49 degrees. Just not to be confused with yesterday's nice 74 degrees.
Yeah, no kidding. Funny how quick it changes.
It does. Tonight, chance of snow showers.
All right, it's light snow when you guys read the report. It's light. I know it says showers, but when you read the report, it says it's just a chance for some light stuff. So
low tonight, 27 degrees. Saturday, sunny, high of 43. Clear and low of 21 tomorrow. Sunday, sunny, high of 46. Sunday night, low of 26, partly cloudy. Mostly sunny, then a slight chance of rain on Monday, high of 46. Monday night, 60%, and then drops down to a 30% chance of light rain and snow. On Monday night, low around 30. High Tuesday of 45, partly sunny. Let's look into the early part of next week. Wednesday, high near 45, and Thursday, high near 45. Nothing to panic about. Lake levels and dam reports. Lake Norfolk, 553.03, which is 1.03 above full pool of 552. Norfolk is currently not generating at this time. Lake Bull Shoals looks like this, 655.18, which is 3.82 below full pool of 659. They're currently generating 1 at this time. That is the lake levels, the dam reports, and all the weather highlights for you. Again, the snow that they're talking about is light, very light, and it may not even happen. You know how weather is around here. If you don't like it, stick around.
They're still going to be out of bread, eggs, milk.
People
this
will,
helps
however,
the grocery stores.
It does. People will panic, but there's nothing to panic about. Light snow, no big deal. This has been brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zdora, 870-405-0793, retired@arkansas.net. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks for watching the morning show on XL7-TV.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever known?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's now time to talk about some community happenings.
Community happenings.
Community happenings.
All right.
The Paul Bunyan Breakfast at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dyer Street here in Mountain Home. All you care to eat: scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, pancakes, sausage links, coffee and juice, all brought to you at your table on china with silverware. That intrigues
me. Get the real stuff.
I may just have to go check that out.
I bet it's a good breakfast. I mean, a lot of people go to it, and a lot of people swear by it. It's
I'd
probably
take
a really
Gigi
good
for breakfast in the morning because he's going to have to work tomorrow. So
as often as they do it, I bet they got it down pat.
I bet they do. $8 for adults, $4 for children under 12. Takeout orders are available. It's tomorrow. This will benefit the Twin Lakes Literacy Council. They will be serving from 7:30 to 10:30 at St. Peter's the Fisherman Catholic Church at 249 Dyer Street here in Mountain Home. Go check it out. This is a good cause, and these are some good folks. I guarantee you they got some folks in there who know how to flip a pancake.
You bet. You bet. They've been doing it. They're experienced now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trained amateurs.
Trained amateurs. There you go. On Monday, the 14th of November, which is my little sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Em, in case I forget on Monday, which I probably will. From 1 to 5, the Baxter Health Wellness Education Center at 2545 Highway 5 North, Mountain Home. They will be celebrating the World Diabetes Day celebration with education, vendors, giveaways. They have a guest speaker, Dr. Ben Stevens, be talking about diabetes care for a lifetime. Baxter Health. This is put on by Rappel Diabetes Clinic, part of baxterhealth.org. Go check it out. If you want some more information, give them a call at 870-508-1765, and that's the World Diabetes Day. Again, we wrapped up the Lions Club auction last night. We want to thank everybody who participated in that. That was the 70th annual. It was a great success, only because of the people watching the show.
Yep.
And we want to thank them for putting it on. And with that, Scooter, it's 7:15. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
Yes, sir. It's Veterans Day. Wish everybody a happy Veterans Day, all my brothers and sisters in arms. A day that we celebrate ourselves, but we celebrate those that aren't with us anymore, and it's a day for us to celebrate and to sober up from the Marine Corps birthday.
Sober up?
Yeah, that's why I always figured that's why it celebrated that holiday, the day after the Marine Corps birthday, which is November 10th.
Sober.
It was a good thing, so it made it a national holiday for the Marines to be able to get back in line.
Okay. That'll work.
It used to, yeah. Not so much anymore, but it did in the past, yeah.
How much time did you serve, Bob?
2 years.
2 years.
Well, it was a 6-year enlistment, but I did two years active.
What branch?
Marine Corps.
Marine Corps.
Yeah.
Well, I know that, but some people don't know that.
That's true. That's true.
You know, you're talking to me, but you're talking to them.
I am. I got my things here somewhere. Yeah, let's get it squared away.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. You know, it's things have changed in that world.
Oh yes. Dramatically.
So big, and since you were in, I'm sure it's really changed. But the different branches of our armed services. You know, Dr. Long was here on Wednesday, and we talked to him a little bit about the presentation that happened yesterday and how that worked out. But it's the different things that the school is engaging in through the ROTC program. We spoke a little bit about that too, about how it has progressed to drones and all these different things. You know, change is a wonderful thing until you get caught in the middle of it and go, wait a minute.
What happened?
I didn't change with it. What happened?
Yeah, what happened? Where'd everything go?
Speaking of change, the real estate world has changed.
It has. Pretty rapidly.
You know, we went through some very quick changes before COVID. Then we had to slow down a little bit and regroup and figure out how we were going to keep change going in that market with COVID. And that brought in technology, and that brought in the video tours,
Zoom and all everything that went with that.
Facebook Live and all those things that you could someone could still come and look at a home without having to leave their home.
Yes.
And now today we're dealing with even more change with interest rates going up, and who knows what's going to happen with that side of things. Change is inevitable, and change is good.
Well, sure, and life goes on, and we preach that you know, people still get married, they have babies, they do all of the things that, you know, better jobs, worse jobs, any number of factors that fall into things. The interest rates have been the biggest factor, obviously, going forward. Once they started to kick in, I mean, it just changed the whole market. They were at 7.02, I think it was, yesterday, and a year ago they were at 3.6. That's a big hit for people that are looking to do that. Now, conversely,
there you go.
Now is the time if you're going to be buying, if your life is changing, you're in a situation where you're going to be buying a home, you can't stand living in mom's basement anymore. Because if you're in a rental, one way or the other, you're buying a house. The good thing is when you're buying your own, you're doing whatever you want with it. If you're buying the landlord's home, there's no real benefit in that for you. Mm-hmm. There's still programs that you can get in with a very, very little to no down payment. You know, they're all kind of income based, but it has a lot to do. There are opportunities out there, and these loans are more expensive. You take it out, you take a 20, 30 year mortgage, make double payments on it is one option, pay it off as best you can going forward, and then as rates change, refi, which a lot of people did. And we're over 7. Is it going to stop? I don't know. You know, I think that we're going to continue. That's kind of the message that the G sent. The G wants to bring the housing prices back to where they, quote, were. They want to bring the market down so that it's more accessible to more people. Probably not a bad idea. I'm not a real big fan of the way they're doing it, but to be able to get the average family to be able to buy a home right now, because the prices have gone up a lot. And historically, they never fell. The first time they fell since World War II was in 08 to 12, where home prices actually fell. That was the first time that it happened. So we're going to see them come down. You know, we're seeing more price reductions coming in, and here in our market, in other markets, you're seeing it just really take a big hit. You know, you're seeing prices down 20%, 30%. You know, you go to Phoenix, Miami, Vegas, places like that, but they blew up 45%. So that they came down 30 isn't really a bad thing. You know, you still have money in there, and as long as you're not moving, you're not losing anything. And you know, we've talked about that before. As long as it's like the stock market or anything else, as long as you're not a seller, okay, fine, stay. And are you really losing? You know, you take into account that you have to have some place to live, you have to have some place to raise your family, and that's all part of life.
Yeah, go back 10 years and figure out how much money you would have paid in rent.
Sure.
You know, take that into consideration as well.
And the tax deductions from your interest, from your taxes, from all the things that you benefit from by having a house, and all the life that you've lived in that house.
Right.
You know, that's got a lot to do with it.
It's not the end of the world. Interest rates are up, but it's not the end of the world. I remember,
Life is going to go on. We went through this before when the
talked
markets...
a couple weeks ago about how interest rates were 12, 14, 15%.
Yeah.
People still bought houses.
Sure.
The first-time homeowner, they were struggling to get into a home because of the increase in the values. Now it's going to be even a bit more of a struggle because of the increase in the interest. Both of those will continue to work, and they'll correct themselves.
They'll correct themselves because in the home prices will come down some. It'll settle down in just part of the cycle, But if you're going to be in it for 7 years, you're not going to be affected at all anyway.
The thing that I would tell young people if they're young first-time homeowners or wanting to be first-time homeowners is if you have an inexpensive rent that you're paying now, if you're staying in mom's basement at the moment, like you say, start paying a house payment into the bank.
Exactly.
Start paying
Put that
it
aside.
today.
Yes.
Give
indeed.
yourself the date that you want to be out.
Yeah.
Put that money, build that nest egg for a bigger down payment, buy some points down. There's ways to do it.
Yeah, don't buy the Apple 14, buy the Apple 12.
There you go.
I mean, there's things that you can do, you can help put some money away and be ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Help yourself, and it's not a bad idea in any way.
What's the numbers look like?
This week in real estate, there were 36 new listings came on the market, 2 commercial properties, 12 parcels of land, 22 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $839,000 to $99,000. Average price coming on the market this week was $261,000. There were 29 sales, 2 commercial properties, 5 parcels of land, 22 homes sold. They ranged in price from $75,000 to $615,000. The average sale price this week was $230,000 with 63 days on market. $5 million in residential real estate closed this past week, but that 63 days on market shows you the market is still moving. We put a house in on Friday. We had it under contract by Saturday. It was priced right. It was presented right. It was just ready to go. And it was under contract in a day. So the time on market on that house is going to be about 32 days.
Wow.
When it closes. So 15 had price changes. And there's currently 264 homes on the MLS, give or take a few because of some of the dupes. Last year, there had been 1,037 homes that sold for $229 million. The average sale price last year was $220,000 with 79 days on market. Last year, that was for this year. Last year, there were 1,133 homes that sold for $205 million. The average sale price last year was $199 with 89 days on market. Market was still moving right along, and these will continue until we get to like next April, May. Then we'll start to see them come down a little bit, and we'll see where we're at with that.
Mm.
But if you're thinking of coming on, you want to get on the market, like I say, the market's still active. There's buyers out there. There's people looking that have sold their homes. You got people that have been living in campgrounds for 6, 8, 10 months, waiting for the market to be able to get back into it. And they've got cash and are ready to go. Just as an example, I mean, there's people that would rather live in their investment, as I was told, than keep it in some of the other stock options and things like that. But give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. We're going to tell you the truth. We come into your house and we may say we have nothing that we can put you in. We're going through that right now. We got 2 people that would like to downsize, and we just really can't find anything that's going to be good for them. And I can't tell them when I'm going to bring a buyer for their house because the property is going to be kind of expensive for what they want. It's just, just part of the deal. It's just real estate keeps moving.
If you look at the real estate market and the increases in home values and compare it to something like a 4-wheel drive pickup truck.
Yes.
What's an average 4-wheel drive pickup truck, brand new, go for these days?
They could hit 70.
Mm-hmm. Nearly 80,000. I saw one the other day was 85,000.
Yeah, okay, well that could be, I mean, it depends.
That's 3 times what I paid for my first house.
Sure.
So if you relatively, the market is not that far out of whack. If you compare it to something else, And the interest rate on a new car is, unless you're one of them select 35 that get the 0%,
Yeah.
It's just out of whack.
Well, it is, and I don't know. I mean, I would rather have the market straighten itself out instead of having Joe and the boys and girls deciding the way things should be.
What things are going to happen.
Yeah. I just think that as a free society, that's kind of where we should be with that.
Right.
You know, let the market work its way out.
But again, still, even no matter what else is going on, get pre-approved.
Yes.
Carry a
You
current
got to be
pre-approval letter.
pre-approved. Exactly.
If you've got one from 30 days ago, guess what?
You may want to
need
call.
to go get a new one.
You may need to call your banker or finance guy, whoever's doing your money, and say, "Hey, look, we need some. And we need to get updated," because you need to know what you can afford. You need to know how much you can, how much you've got to put down, how much you can afford, and it's not the price of the house; it's the cost of the house. It's what it's going to cost you every month to live.
The
in there.
affordability.
Exactly. And I mean, insurance is up, everything is up, the utilities are up. And we don't want to see you get into a situation where you're house poor, where you can't buy furniture for the house. And that's not a good situation either.
And believe it or not, you may think, well, nothing's changed. My wages are the same, my hours are the same, nothing has changed. My take-home pay is the same. But your interest rate
Everything
has
around you changed.
Everything around, things that you have no control over have changed.
Right.
So therefore, you've got to get that updated.
Yeah, the cost of gasoline, your groceries, everything you touch right now is up about 13%. So you
Get your
got to
pre-approval letter.
get yourself pre-approved, and for your own good, right? Just so you can buy the right house. Believe me, I want to sell your house. That's what we do. We help people buy and sell houses all the time. But we also want you to be, I don't want to have to hide from you when I walk into Walmart because you're stuck with something that you really didn't want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I've talked people out of buying houses. I said, look, you guys got to think this over a little bit more.
Yep.
And they think you're nuts, and then they've also come up and said, this is the best realtor ever who never sold me a house. That's pretty cool.
Sold myself one.
That's pretty cool.
But it's smart. I mean, it's just smart.
Yeah, I mean, you do
just
the
have
right
to be
thing.
smart with what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I want people to make well-informed decisions. We want people to make well-informed decisions.
This Week in Real Estate's brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora each week, each Friday morning. The Z Team, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to assist you with your realty needs. Once again, 870-405-0793 is their number. Give them a call. They'll be glad to help you. Anything? Got 5 more seconds?
We had a great time last night on the auction. We'll do it again next year.
There you go.
Okay.
And maybe.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metal.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Friday morning football. Coach Steve Airy is with us this morning. We're talking Bomber football. Coach, congratulations on a big senior night win for the Bombers. How'd that feel?
Felt good.
From your view, it was.
It felt good for the program standpoint. It was bad because I was sitting in the coach's office, but so I was kind of wrecked up.
Has that ever happened to you before?
You know, I did kind of get tossed from a game one time, and that's why you don't see me really riding official.
Right.
I learned my lesson on that deal. It ain't worth it.
You deserved it then? Is that what you're saying?
You know, I think he could have been a little nicer about it. I don't think I said anything that I could have been a lot worse. I could tell you that. He just had us feel, you know, he'd had probably 3 or 4 coaches in his ear all night long and got sick of it.
And there you went.
It's always good to get the head guy. He's
Yeah.
he's the face of the franchise, so to speak. So, yeah, it happened one other time, and it ain't worth letting your team down. It's getting an official there. I ain't gonna do it. I think they try to do a good job.
Mm-hmm.
I really do.
And sometimes they make a mistake.
Everybody does, and I'll talk to them a little bit, but I'm usually not disrespectful, and I'm not that way. Just it happened one time, and that was enough. I'd rather be on the sidelines is riding some official.
Absolutely. And you know, and what is funny, and it's not funny at all. What's strange about it is when this happened Friday afternoon, you were 40 yards away from what happened.
Yes.
But because you are the head coach and you're to control the sideline, and I'm saying this so people understand what happened, because a lot of folks don't, and I got a lot of phone calls. What happened? What happened? What happened? People don't understand what happened, and you're supposed to be the person that controls your team.
Yes.
And your team includes your athletic trainer, your injured players, and all of your assistants.
Yes.
So anybody on the home sideline is under your control. And like I said, you're 40 yards away from what happened. Can you tell the folks what happened and why you were ejected?
Well, there was a incidental contact on the sideline with one of our people on the sideline and the officials. So he runs down the sideline, and there's a bump. So there's some contact made there. So there was a flag thrown. Usually you get a warning.
A warning, yeah.
Just a warning, sideline warning. But I guess they marked it off.
Yeah, there was no warning. Both of them were stepped off. And
so anyway, later on in the game, kind of right before halftime there, it happened again. And this time it involved a coach, and it was the second one. So I'm over there coaching. I'm on the whiteboard, not paying any attention, and he stops the game, comes and sees me, and says, "Hey, you're out of here." I said, "What for?" He explains it to me, and I said, "That's a crazy rule. You know, that ain't right."
Right.
No sideline warning. You know, there's usually things that lead up to that.
Sure.
But anyway, I don't like getting into the interpretation phase of it because I'm not sure how everything went down.
Mm-hmm.
But after 2 sideline unsportsmanlike penalties, the head coach is ejected.
Right.
So that was me. And I didn't have any contact with anybody, any bad words with anybody. It was strictly just some sideline contact, and that was it.
What is the rule about the sideline coach? Where do your players and coaches have to stay? The players have to stay in the blue box. Is that correct?
The players have to stay in the blue box. The coaches really need to be in the blue box too. They'll let them in the white. They just got to let the official run. You always need to try to stay behind the ball, so you're not in the official's way, so he can run. And obviously, we weren't. You know, I think the second one, Jacob Chenoweth, might have been Jacob going down the sideline right there, and we was backed up coming out, you know, of our own area.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the 10-yard line or something, so the play was always going to be moving forward. Can't get back there because you have your coach's box. You know, you got to stay within your coach's box. And so we had some of our people in the white. It was an accident. I've never seen it before. I've never seen that ruling before. I've never seen a coach ejected before for that. It was different. Never. Never's a strong word. 35 years of never.
So you appealed it to the AAA, and they came back favorable, and you are able to coach tonight.
Yeah, and I was a very little piece of the process. I was kind of the victim at this point, and as far as me going and fighting for myself, I didn't do that. But I had some people, Mitch, Huskey, and some of the people within the school and within this area.
Right, they filed the appeal.
They filed the appeal, and I'm back. I mean, I was really down there for about 3 days. Just felt like I didn't do anything, but at the same time, I feel like I let everybody down. You know, you just want to be part of the team, and that's my thing. I like being part of a team.
You bet. The nice part about it is you guys came out and pulled off the big win, and it was a big win. We talked about this last Friday morning. They had one of the fastest backs in the 6A, and your defense was able to contain him.
Yes, he got loose on 3 big plays.
The very first play from center?
Yeah.
When they scored, it was 29 seconds off the clock, and I looked at Scooter and I said, or Josh, and I said, oh boy.
That's exactly what we're going to get into tonight too. But we're just, we're going to have to limit the big plays, and we did. You watch him on tape; he gets loose about 3 times a night, and he got loose 3 times that night too. And luckily, our offense was in a good place.
Yeah. Your team has finally gelled, and they're coming together as a team. How's the atmosphere around the practice field?
Practice field's been good. I feel like we had some of our better practices of the year. It's amazing what some success can do for a young man. He feels better about himself. He's more confident. He's more anxious to go to work. And I think that comes with the coaches, too. I know I feel better.
You've got a healthy staff. You've got a few players that have been out, and they'll be out until the beginning of next season. But you've got your starters are pretty much healthy across the board.
This is going to be the first week we've gone back-to-back starters with no changes. So we're cocked and loaded, and 6 seed goes in and plays a 3 seed, and we need to go in and play really well. We've been playing really well last few weeks.
You look at the attitude of the players after the ball game, and before the ball game even started last Friday afternoon. And you had a lot of changes you had to deal with. It was senior night. You had all that festivities that were supposed to go on. You didn't know if they were going to be inside, they were going to be outside. But you played a kickoff started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That was fun. It was just a complete change. Just crazy day, crazy night, crazy.
Yeah, but you had things that, your schedule's out of whack, and it brought some diversity and some change to your players, and they're out of their normal sync of routine and things, how it goes down on a Friday. Didn't seem to affect you guys much.
No, that's the one thing we try to do is kind of walk through what's getting ready to happen every Friday, and we sometimes start as early as Monday or Tuesday. We had to start on Thursday because that's when it got moved up. But say, hey, now this is going to be different. We don't come in here and say what the heck's going on. This is what's going down, and we're going to handle it the right way, and we're going to go. Yeah. So. Let change affect somebody else. Let adversity affect somebody else, but don't let it affect you.
You had a very good Greenbrier team come up in here, and it was a must-win for both the Bombers and the Panthers. And that was probably the closest matchup we've had all season, size-wise, speed-wise, talent-wise. What did you see when you saw them come on the field? While you were there, what could you tell you could capitalize on to make a victory out of this?
The one thing that I noticed was they had a lot of guys on the sidelines, and that's usually a good sign.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're either A, beat up, B, kids are tapping out and not ready to finish the season.
Mm-hmm.
Their body language almost said that. So That's the one thing that I noticed was our body language was really good. Their body language was really bad. And it kind of looked that way once the kickoff started.
When they brought the kickoff out, they didn't get very far with it. But when they handed the ball off the first play off the center to 31 and he breaks it to the house, what was your thought then?
I just thought, well, we've seen it. We hadn't seen speed like that all week. I don't like talking real negative, but it looked like a bunch of arm tackling going on that first play. I think he broke 4 tackles. I think we had 4 guys that had a chance to make a play on him, and none of the 4 did. And you just bring back the sideline and say, boys, can't play like that. It ain't going to be one of those nights. He's a good football player.
You know, you've got number 3 came up, Barrett Miller is playing for you. He was actually knocked down to the ground on that play and almost caught him before he went into the end zone. Boy's got some heart.
He does. You won't find very many freshmen step up to varsity level and compete. We kind of threw him to the wolves. Well, we thought he's tough enough to be thrown to the wolves.
Well, you let him go in to fight. You didn't let him go in to get eat.
Right. But he's different. He's a different dude. Mm-hmm. He's different.
We're going to take a quick break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV with Coach Steve Airy, Mountain Home Bomber Football. I'll be back in just a moment.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever known?
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Steve Airy, Mountain Home Bomber Football head coach, is with us. Coach, we've talked a lot about the Greenbrier game, and we're just going to say one more thing. We're glad that you're able to be on the field tonight. Let's talk a little about what has happened all season. You know, you've got different parents and different groups that have been catering your Thursday night meals for your players, and I'm sure last night was no different.
We had a group of moms that always serve. They're really good to us, and then every week a business or a sponsor will step up and and take care of the boys. So we'll do a Thursday night meal right after practice. Make sure they get a good high carb type of meal going into Friday. And last night was Plumley Tire was our sponsor.
Okay.
And Old Mill did the cooking. They did the catering. And I just appreciate everybody and how they take care of the guys.
Yeah.
You know, this town does take good care of our guys.
You know, that's one thing that we have seen, or me from being an outsider have seen that you've brought back to the community is some involvement from the businesses local and the Thursday night meals. It's just a good thing to have. Just fun. You know, it keeps you guys together. You know what they're eating the night before. Like you say, a good high carb meal gives them enough energy boost to get through the next night.
You bet. And a lot of teams you may want to go to the churches and do it or whatever, but by the time you drive to the church and you eat and then you get a message and by the time it takes an hour and a half, or something to get out of there. But the way we've got it set up, we get out of practice at 4 and the kids eat real quick and they're out of there at 4:30 and they get a chance to go on about their evening and do the thing.
Do it right there in the weight room? Is that where you
Yeah, we eat right there in the weight room, and it's just really convenient for them. They're, especially this time of year, you've had a lot of hours of football under your belt, and it's nice to have a little me time. You got your studies, you got your volleyball games, you got stuff you want to do instead of being tied down till 5:30 or 6 o'clock at night.
Right.
Doing football activities. So it's really worked out good for the kids.
What are we looking at from Marion tonight? It's the Marion Patriots tonight. The kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. Our pregame show will start at 6. What are we looking at? What can we expect from a good Marion team?
They are a 7-3 team. Very athletic, very fast. They got a couple really good receivers. The running back, quarterback's athletic and can throw. It came out yesterday that their receiver, number 11, had been offered by Memphis. He's a dude. He may be the best one we've seen. He's at the top of the list anyway. There may be somebody as good, but he's definitely at the top of the list. Defensively, they're going to run a 3-man front. Going to play with 5 DBs. Hopefully, we can run the football a little bit and get physical, make it one of those games. Offensively, they're going to be an inside-outside zone type of team, mostly spread, and they can throw the ball a little bit. So it looks a lot like what we saw last week. I think the quarterback will be a little stronger. The receiving core is going to be a little bit stronger. And then
will they have the speed that you've seen the last? Is the speed from them what you have seen from the speed on the 6A West?
Yes. Yes.
If you had to compare what you've seen on film from the Marion team of this year to, let's say, the Sylvan Hills team that we played first round last year, how would you compare those two teams?
I would say there's a lot of similarities of speed. They're not quite as big and probably not as run heavy as far as just knock you off the ball like Sylvan would. We did a good job with those guys. They were really, really big up front, and they hung their hat on running the football and being physical. And this team here is more of a zone scheme team, and they just play faster, more of a finesse, not as punch in the mouth type of attitude, But they got athletes, and they're gonna embrace their athletes.
Seems like our Bombers play better when they're in a little bit of a hurry up. Does that seem to be something that you guys are going to lean to?
I think there's probably a number of things for that. I think going into a game, you're thinking, well, let's get in formation, see how they're lining up, let's see what they're doing to us. And I think that's part of it. And then the other thing is get guys like Barnett and Yates that are playing so many snaps that if you're trying to pull 200, 210 plays out of a game, those guys are absolutely exhausted and almost not that good in the end because they're worn out. But we're good. We're good with the tempo. I think tempo is good. I think it gives people trouble. I think it's good for us. At the same time, I think sometimes, and I don't know, I haven't asked Darren, but I think it's just feeling them out, and not trying to run the wheels off the guys we got playing both ways. You know, they got to have some tires for 4 quarters.
The the weight differential seems to be we're back on the short side compared to what we were last week. We were teamed up pretty evenly against Greenbrier. This week, I think we're giving up about 35 pounds per player.
Yeah, they're big, they're strong, they're fast. They've got all the measurables, but we are what we are. We've been that way all year, but I think right now we're just playing the best football we've played all season. I think our kids got a different personality and mindset about them right now. They have a little bit of swagger and confidence about them, and I feel like we're well coached. I feel like they're well coached. It's going to boil down to just making plays and eliminating mistakes. We want to play good football and tackle and block real well and
be smart.
Yeah, and then obviously we don't need to turn the ball over and have stupid penalties and things that are going to be hurting the team. But I don't know. You get a lot of stuff done with grit in this game. So you want to be a good, smart football player, and you want to be real gritty when you hit the field. Are you discovering the grit at this point of the season? Are the players discovering they actually have grit? They're starting to get it, and I don't know how that happens. I think it happens with success. You know, I think our young guys had a little bit of 8-0 season, and it's kind of trickled up, and it's like Barnett, number 8. You know, he's a different defensive football player right now than he was at the beginning of the football season. You know, he came down last week and dropped the hammer on some guys, and just starting to figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, you've got players that they've definitely made a transition. I'm not going to say just the winning, but I'm going to say since week 5, they've stepped up. Of course, the first 2 weeks of 6 and 7 didn't come out the way you wanted to on the scoreboard, but you could see a little bit of transitioning going on with the players. Their attitude was starting to change a little bit. Of course, they wanted that win. They wanted to get out there and win. But when you come out of a Van Buren the way you did, that's a confident booster you can't ever do away with. I mean, that's something that boosted them very highly. That did, and you preach it all the time about just keep fighting, good things are going to happen. And about once or twice a year, it seems like we muster that up. It seems like we've been behind 4 or 5 times in the last 3 years where we've come back and pulled one out. I know 3 or 4 times we've done that, and it changes you. Once you get to where you believe, and you've always got that little bit of fight in you. That's part of building, I guess, any type of team or an army or you got to be surrounded by war daddies. You can't. You got your pacifists in there, and you're trying to make them fit in. But boy, at some point they gotta turn up and fight, and we're finally getting there. In your opinion, what's the key to Bomber success tonight? What do we have to have? I think we got to be the most physical team on the field, and then be the most disciplined team on the field. Not, like I said, mistakes are killer. Mistakes are mistakes. You can't win with a lot of mistakes. But I think the physicality. I think that's what pulls us through the big games. I think that's what pulled us through a Pine Bluff and pulls us through a Sylvan Hills playoff game is the physicality. And we play a real physical schedule. We play good football, and it gets us ready for this time of the year. And the guys have the desire to win. I believe they finally have discovered the desire. I think they're having more fun right now than they've had all year. So I think we're in a good place. You guys leave out of here about 11, probably. We're going to get out of here about 12:30, I believe. 12:30. Yep, we're going to eat lunch at 11 in the cafeteria, and you're going to stop and do a walkthrough somewhere. We're going to do our walkthrough here, and then we're going to stop and have lunch. I believe he said Walnut Ridge. Early dinner at Walnut Ridge. Mm-hmm. That'll be awesome. Coach, we appreciate you coming out every Friday morning and visiting with us, and we can get things ready for the Bomber football game tonight. And we just congratulate you on the point that you're at right now, and I wish you guys the best of luck. All right. Thank you, Bob. Scooter, I just wanted to mention that the boys cross-country team ended up being state champions, and I believe the girls finished 4th in that. We wanted to make sure. We had Mitch Huskey scheduled to be here. If something came up, he wasn't able to join us, but we don't want to go without mentioning that.
The boys' basketball team is playing over in Oklahoma City in the Thunder Stadium over there tonight. I believe the girls are not making that trip, but we just want to congratulate the cross-country team. With that, we're going to wrap it up. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.